Orile Iganmu, Lagos. The residents of a two-story building have been living their daily lives like many others in Lagos City. Despite the challenges of city life, their home offered them shelter and comfort until one fateful morning. On October 14th, 2024, the story building collapsed in Orile Iganmu, Lagos State. This collapse caused panic in the area, with nearby residents rushing to safety. Fortunately, no one was confirmed injured, and that's the good side of it. And the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, I love what they did. They quickly responded to the scene to assess the damage and ensure that everyone was safe. So these emergency personnel were dispatched to check for further risk and ensure the site was secured. Thank God that the cause of this is still under investigation, and updates are expected from these officials very soon. Now, this often happens, and let us think about why such a collapse could happen, especially in places like Lagos. Lagos that has a rapid urbanization, and then the high demand for housing sometimes lead to poorly constructed buildings. Many times you find out that corners are cut just to save money, and the buildings may not be as strong as they should be. And experts believe that some buildings in the big cities like Lagos may not have gone through proper checks, especially when they are old or when they need repairs. And this could be the case for the building in Orile Iganmu, because over time, without regular inspection and maintenance, you find out that structures can become unsafe even though they may look perfectly very fine when you are viewing it from the outside. But why is this important for all of us? Buildings, like everything else, have lifespans. Our life has lifespan. So do buildings and other properties do. Just as people need checkups with doctors, houses and apartments need regular maintenance to keep them safe. And this is a lesson for everyone living in large cities like Lagos, where buildings are built close to each other. We have to ensure that the homes we live in or work from are safe, especially when our lives depend on such things, on such buildings. So this collapse of the building also highlights another crucial issue: how fragile life can be. Right. The people in that building may have gone to bed the night before, and they must have planned for a regular day ahead. But life had different plans. Their home, which should have been a place of safety and comfort, now became a site of chaos in an instant, in a twinkle of an eye. That is why the presence of agencies like LASEMA is so important, because they help in rescuing people, ensuring safety, and they also prevent further disasters. Why the exact reason behind this collapse is still being investigated. It makes us all think deeply about how we can avoid such tragedies in the future. For example, we can report buildings that seem unsafe or look like they are falling apart. There are also laws in place that require buildings to be inspected after a certain number of years. If we all can follow these rules and report any problem we notice, it can go a long way in preventing these kinds of disasters. There's something else that we can learn from this story: the importance of community. In many parts of Lagos, and especially in areas like Orile Iganmu, neighbors watch out for each other. That's one thing I have noticed. When the building started to fall, people screamed and they rushed to help. Some made sure others were safe, while some called emergency services. That spirit of togetherness and caring for one another is something we should all cherish and carry with us. Whether we live in big cities or small towns, it is this sense of unity that helps people to recover, especially when there is difficult situations. As LASEMA continues its investigations into what caused the building to collapse, we are all left with the hope that this incident will remind us to be more mindful of the buildings around us. Whether we live in a small home or in a large apartment complex, safety should always come first. Let's take a moment to think about the families who lived in that building. Imagine losing everything, just everything in one day, in 1 second, in the blink of an eye. Your home, your belongings, and the place where you live built memories with your loved ones. I must tell you, this is a hard experience. But unfortunately, the fact that no lives were lost is also a blessing to all of us. But lives can be brought back. People can replace things, but lives cannot be brought back. Our hearts go out to the families who lived in that building. While they may have lost their homes, they still have their lives. And this is a time for empathy and community support, as these individuals now face the difficult task of rebuilding not just their homes, but their lives as well.